not faced each other in almost 2 years. So it's almost like a meeting of old friends.
Yeah, and now we had our countdown 3, 2, 1 pills. We already see Packy setting up for a horizontal with the reds. Nice drop there. And gets a yellow horizontal as well. Making very quick work of this. Is going to have a lot of blue on this top line in short order. So let's hope that shows up for him.
I'm not really a fan of Don's board at all. That huge gap between in columns
Mm.
2, 3, 4, and 5. You just saw a fair amount of drop time, and anything falls down there. He's going to have to do whatever he can to close that up, so anything that does fall does not take several seconds off of his game.
Exactly. And of course, every row of drop time adds a quarter of a second, and that really does add up over time. But these two players are neck and neck right now. We see, of course, the blue still causing a problem on Packy's board, and he might have a really nice little lightning tuck there. Excellent in columns 3 and 4. So, man, but this is just so close considering that Don's board didn't look that great.
Yeah, he's done a great job trying to clear all this out, and actually, he's going for the horizontal on the yellows before he takes out those blues horizontally. That way, he can just worry about the reds on the end there. Just needs one more blue, one more red. Of course, you make it a double red, just make it extra special. He is out at a 128. But Packy, I think that might have been a misflip or something there, putting that blue up there. I'm not certain
Uh,
what he was doing.
No, once he drops that red, everything is gonna fall down perfectly, so he's getting every single thing with 1 pill out at a 144. That was good planning, so even if that was a misflip, he managed to really work around it quite well. Now, Dawn off to a quick lead here, but now pretty much out of red unless he wants to maneuver it all over the board, which might slow him down a little bit, but RNG cooperating, Sarge.
It is, and hopefully RNG will cooperate on Packy's board as well because there is what 6 blue viruses in his side. That's really not what you want to be seeing this early in the match. That few blue, because you know you're going to get a fair number of them throughout the match.
Mhm. Woo! And speaking of blue, wow, Dawn does have a lot of blue over on his side and manages to clear it out with a vertical combo. And yeah, just those double blues should keep coming for him. He's got about a 10 virus lead right now over Packy. Nice swim. Not wholly necessary, but still going to be really useful for just keeping that 1 pill more efficient.
And it's good practice for when you do need it too. Make sure you know exactly how it works because there's a different way that the pill moves if you swim to the left or to the right. And as
Mhm.
I'm saying, that Don got out at about a 258 starting his level 10.
Mhm. And Packy's still working through that level 9. And this is gonna be a little bit of tough formation there on columns 1 and 2. He's really gonna want blues and yellows for this. And he does get that blue yellow. Excellent. Now he's just gonna need a couple more yellows. He'll be out. But that was slow going because of how packed those things were on the left-hand side.
I'm very concerned now for Don because for those who missed it, you saw that frustrated sigh from Packy. And we know what happens when he does that frustrated sigh.
Yes, he does turn it up into another gear. And but he's about 17 viruses back right now, so he's going to really have to dig deep to find that next gear. And good horizontal from Dawn. He's got a possibility for a short stack setup. Doesn't get it. He tucks instead to the blue red, but making very nice work of this. And pretty soon he's only going to need blue and red, so that might give Packy an opportunity to catch up.
Yeah, well, it's got a pretty good combination. Here's a double red right now to help out that situation. More red to take them out at the horizontal. At this particular point, really all that he needs is blue, and he's getting that as well. Right here, we'll be able to clear out that stuff in the top. All he's going to need right now is 3 blue, and there's a double right there. And the third, Don is out at a 437, which is a pretty good time so far for this.
Mhm. Yeah, it's looking really good into his last level. And Packy making good work of this endgame as well. Notice he's perfectly set up for a fat log in the center of the board if he gets a red yellow. And there it goes. Boom, fat log. And it's going to be low drop time, I think. Yeah, he didn't go for the red first. He didn't have to make that choice. So now he just needs one more red and he's going to be out at a 5-12. And wow, Don's got a lot of stuff to work with.
And Packy's managed to close this up because of the difficulty of Don's having to only about an 8 virus difference, which with the way that the colors are on Packy's board, if he can get access to yellow pretty quickly, this could very easily turn into a major advantage. Look at that huge amount of
Mm.
viruses just cleared there. And now he's got access to yellow. And I see things starting to go pretty well in his favor. A little bit of a misdrop there, I think, was that blue at the top, but he's going to be able to recover from that very quickly and make a combo out of it.
Hmm. And meanwhile, Don, you can see maybe he's trying to make some plans. Maybe he's trying to get these blues horizontally. The double blue, perfect for that. And he gets the one on the right hand side to boot. So he's making great plans. He's edged that lead back up. It's now back to about a 15, 16, 17 virus lead. Looking really good here for Don. Beautiful sweet tea.
Yeah, this is a pretty good time it's going to be here. This is almost certainly going to be a sub 7 for Don on his side, unless something really weird happens. But right now, at this particular point, he just needs more or less all yellows. Well, now he just needs one yellow, one red, and he will be out at a 6:33. Wonderful time by Don.
Yeah, that is tied for the 17th hottest time. So just actually, Dawn bumping himself and Packy out of the top 20. They were tied before at 19th, and now they are out because of so many ties at 6:33. So well done.
And looking at the scoreboard here, 6:33 ties Don's personal best for the 8 to 11 block. And we've mentioned it many times this tournament. PB strats, what are you going to do about them?
Hmm. Pretty fantastic. Okay, and we know what happens after Packy takes a loss. He is going to get fired up there.
I think I see him turning green.
Oh, hulking out. We've got readies from both players. And 3, 2, 1, and pills.
As we get started here, that's a lot of blue, in particular on the top of Packy's board there, and not much in the way of red besides that one underneath the blue. Meanwhile, Don's got a definite issue with yellow, except on the right side of the board. So it's not an ideal board for either one of them, but in a way that's a good thing because it's going to keep the match nice and even early on.
Hmm. Yeah, and honestly, Don looked a little bit unhappy with the plan that he was making, and the pill he was relying on came one pill after he had made an adjustment to the plan. But really, you can't even tell because there's no garbage on this board to speak of.
Yeah, he's done a very good job just cutting down this board. There is not much left in either one of these boards, and we're not even at the 1 minute mark yet, and both of them are at single digit viruses. So this is going to be a very exciting match at this rate. Going to be some very fast times.
Hmm. Yeah, now Don's board, not great right now because he's very locked up on the left-hand side. So that's going to be tough for him to get out of. He has to get column 2 cleared. And currently, yes, he can get those yellows horizontally. It will cause a little bit of damage to the red. So Packy is out at a 123. Very nice time. Don not too far behind, a 127.
This is a slightly better board for Packy, but it's very blue in the middle, red on the sides, while Dawn again does not have a lot of access to red. And it just seems like it's somewhat lacking across most of his board, but right now the doc is giving like the beautiful horizontal into a drop into a drop. That was an absolutely amazing play.
Yeah, looking very good, getting out of that awkward situation. Now, Packy got a double red, I believe that was very useful for him. Gorgeous drop. It didn't take out much, but it looked awesome. And yeah, he's going to be working on the yellow in the bottom horizontally and just trying to avoid drop time as he gets blues.
Yeah, because he has no need for red at all right now, which was 8 viruses left. Not needing any reds at all is not exactly where you want to be.
Exactly. Yeah, so column 2 is gonna face some drop time, column 8, of course, and so he's kind of in the opposite situation that Dawn was in last time, being locked up on one side. But yeah, Packy is just needing to get this going. That blue-yellow, very helpful.
Yeah, he went a good almost 20 pills there without a blue piece, and that really did slow him down a little bit. But it looks like he
Oof.
is still going to get out of this level first at a 256. Meanwhile, Don on his side, that's a perfect piece right there to help get rid of that horizontal and line everything up. Pretty much for the most part clear. If he can get a red in column 1, should be able to drop everything down and finish off this level, and he will be out at a 314, which puts him approximately 6 viruses behind, but a pretty okay board, I would say, for Don.
I really like all of the horizontals and the doubles that are on Don's board at the moment. So if he gets the RNG going, this board is going to melt pretty quickly. So you see he's able to get these blue yellows to work for him. And he's just got to be very careful when he drops this red. He gets the drop fat log timber.
Meanwhile, over on Packy's side, the lack of yellow has been slowing him down. That seems to have been the status quo for him in in these matchups is having a distinct lack of one color on each board, but he's doing a pretty decent job making opportunities where he can, trying to stay in this one. And despite the great board that Don has, it's only about a one virus difference right now.
hmm Yeah, but that just shows that Don has been able to really come back from being behind, and he drops to open up a lot of that board. He's going to be clearing that yellow horizontally. There he goes. It clears the red vertically in column 1. So he's got a place to drop a lot of garbage. Surprised that he went for the red yellow that way. Yeah, I guess he was holding out for horizontals with the yellow, didn't go for it in the end. But yeah, he is pretty close to the end, and so is Packy there. Packy just needs one red. So does Dawn. Dawn gets it. And there we go. Packy out at a 453.
And Don was out at a 451. So essentially, it's about a 2 second difference right now. And looking at the boards, I would say, due to the combo opportunities I see here, Packy may have a slight advantage, especially with the distinct lack of reds we see later on for Don on this board. But both of them are just cutting this board down. A lot of people say they're not a fan of drill down, just digging straight down, not going for horizontals. But in boards like this, it works very effectively.
hmm That's true. Now, you saw Don was shaking his head over at the drop that he made on column 7. Couldn't really figure out how to get that going. Now, he does have a horizontal opportunity with the yellows. A lot of stuff is going to drop down. There he goes. He takes it. And he gets another short stack combo. So he is back tied there with Packy, who has a different shape board than Dawn. Dawn's is very even on the top. Packy's is getting a little bit jaggedy. And look at all that red on the top, Sarge.
Yeah, and Packy is not getting any red at all. It's been a while since there's a piece right there. That's all I had to do. I just had to say, "Where's the red?" and it shows up. You're welcome. You can pay me later for that. So it's giving Pack the option to get right back in. It's a tie game right now. While Don does have a few common combos set up here, so does Packers. A beautiful drop right there is a double red, and we're down to single digits left for both of these people. Right at the tie timer as well. It's going to be up to the wire.
hmm Yeah, and we hope that both of these players get the red yellow that they need in the order that they need it. Dawn at a great advantage here, just automatically just crushing it. Oh, doesn't get that tuck, doesn't get the second one, but he is going to get the third one. He's going to be out at 6:52, and Packy just did not get that red yellow at the right time and is out at a 6:59.
Yeah, that large deficit right there is just what cost him that one in the end. But congratulations, Don, moving on to the next round.